Here we are on the front. Front cap looks pretty decent. I think it just needs a real good scrubbing, polishing. There might be a few regular dents and dings in there, but should clean up pretty well. The stickers are a little worn, but it's also 6 years old, I think, going on. So not too terrible. I eventually want to replace this pin box with that new Kurt one that has a spring on the front right there. It seems to be pretty good so far. The outside of the camper's not in bad shape. It's got this oxidation on the side. I'm going to deoxidize that and clean it real good and get some polish on there. Basically go through all the systems. I know pretty much everything works, but we just want to go through and make sure everything's good to go, travel on. Especially the axles back here. Want to take these wheels off, check the axles, check the bearings, check the brakes, make sure everything's safe. We do some long distance trips every now and then, so we'll check those out. And a couple little things that, you know, just broke. I think they messed up the threads in this thing, so that's going to be interesting to find because that's kind of a weird faucet. But this fridge works. Tested it out. Everything works here. Handle's kind of wobbly. Replace that. No problem. Make sure we grease everything in the suspension system. Tell they lived in it full time for a while. It's got this duct tape residue on the sides. Looks like they tried to clean it up there. But everything I found on YouTube says that we can clean it up with gasoline. So I'm gonna try a little spot, test it out, see how it affects it, and get going. I think there's a little piece up here missing on the awning that secures it right there. So a couple little rips and tears. I'll eventually replace this fabric. Probably won't get to it this year. That'll probably be a next year's problem. But there's one little light. I gotta figure out that. That's gonna be the challenge, is finding all these little weird parts from a 2018, and it's halfway through 25 now. So walking in here, control system here. I know on the bunk slide there's a short in the wire or something, so we'll have to figure it out. When we looked at it at the store, there was a whole pile of 30 amp fuses there where it kept burning fuses. So it seems to happen when the bunk slide comes in, so we're gonna look into that later on. But it's not in terrible shape. That couch is definitely got to go. These chairs are going to go. We're going to try to salvage that couch. It's not in too terrible shape. I don't think it got sat on very much. But a lot of cleaning. Refrigerator works very well. There's a couple little dings and dents and, you know, trash and stuff. They didn't clean it up very well at the store. I mean, we bought it as is. We understood they were going to do that, so they actually did a decent job. We're going to go with maybe a white paint or something in here. I got a black faucet already for this that I've had laying around. But for the money, man, a mid-bunk fifth wheel, it's decent. Going from a 26-foot bunkhouse, which is 30 foot tip to tail. This one's 41. The previous owners put this full-time bed in here, which I kind of like, actually, because we got a 16-year-old that's as big as I am, 6 foot, 200 and some pounds. So he's man size, needs a man bed. Our 12-year-old, I think, will be able to sleep up here in this spot. It's got a little ladder. We do have a couple soft spots in the floor. This one right here is accessible from the storage area underneath. I think I can tackle that pretty easily. Another one is down here in this area where it kind of bounces around a little bit. This main traffic area here. What I found, maybe there's a metal beam that's not making full contact with the bottom of the floor. I don't think anything's broken or water damaged. It just seems like it's just, you know, it's basically a piece of Luan sandwiching a piece of styrofoam. So I think I can tackle that. We'll have to rip open the bottom and see what's going on there. Bathroom, pretty nice bathroom. It's already got a large porcelain toilet, so that's a plus. Bedroom, actual king size bed. Storage underneath. That goes down like that. A full size storage. We'll clean everything real well, but I mean, no giant water stains here, so that's a good sign. And an awesome part is it came with a washer and dryer, of course. I'm gonna sanitize the heck out of these things. Came with a couple TVs, one here, one in the living room. This one's a Roku. The living room one is a it's a Furrion, so it's original. It's got the fireplace, that works. 6.0 leveling. It's gonna be awesome. Time to get to work.